Welcome to my new adventure camping machine. This is a 1995 Mitsubishi Delica turbo diesel van. And 1995, why did I buy a 28-year-old vehicle? Well, I'll answer that question and share my experiences converting this van into a outdoor adventure and photography camping machine. So some of you may have seen my previous video series on camping in the Subaru Outback. And my goal with this van here is really just to take that all to the next level in support of my outdoor recreation and outdoor photography. It rains a lot here in Western Washington, so having a van always equipped and ready to go will make year-round photography trips and outdoor recreation trips just a lot more comfortable. So why a Mitsubishi Delica? I wanted a smaller size van, something easy to drive and nimble to park, and with decent fuel economy. But I also really wanted four-wheel drive. The Mitsubishi Delica has a transmission that is equipped with two-wheel drive with decent fuel economy, as well as all-wheel drive, and then four-wheel drive with both high and low gears. And with decent clearance, it really does provide a halfway decent off-road capability. So why a 28-year-old vehicle? Mitsubishi never sold the Delica in North America, and so they were never built to U.S. standards. Therefore, federal law requires that vehicles be at least 25 years old before they can be imported into the United States. Luckily, living here in the Pacific Northwest, there's a bit of a community of Delica enthusiasts around here that make purchasing and maintaining a Delica practical. So this is the current interior of the Delica. I've got the two seats up front, two seats here in the middle, and then I've got two seats folded up in the back. The really cool thing about these seats in the middle is that they spin around and they slide. So what I'm thinking of doing is keeping this seat here so that I could carry three people in the van. Probably get rid of this seat, get rid of these two folding seats, which I currently have up here. I've also got this steel box, which I'm thinking to use to secure my photography equipment when I'm away from the van. So my thinking is to take the box and bolt it to the floor here, make a bed platform down the right side of the car, a cabinet on the right side with a folding table right here. I can then use this seat to sit at the table and sit on the bed to sit at the table. So I think the next step is to strip out all this interior, take measurements, put it in CAD Model, and see how all this plays together. So this is the CAD model I came up with for the Campervan. It only models the lower 2 feet or so of the van. I didn't bother to model the windows or the ceiling. Here's the driver's seat, the front driver's seat, the front passenger seat. This is the sliding door on the side of the van, and then the hatchback is back here. You can see here I kept the middle row captain's seat. This is the seat that can slide and pivot, so I can use it both in a driving mode to carry a third person as well as a nice place to sit while in camping mode. The bed platform are these platforms here. These will all be carpeted with 1/8-inch thick foam and an outdoor carpet to provide a nice soft surface for crawling around on. I will have another panel that goes in here to fill in this gap so that two people can sleep in here. Just haven't built that yet. That's also part of the sleeping platform there. The forward module here has the steel box I mentioned. This is the lid of the steel box facing up, and so that'll provide a place that hinges up, and that'll provide a place to store my camera gear while I'm away from the van. There's a little bit of storage back here. And then this panel is removable and can be replaced to form a backrest. So we have a second seating area here facing this table. So we have this the sliding seat here, as well as this seating area here facing the table. And there's also storage underneath it. And then this cabinet over here also has a storage. Around the back, there are 3 additional storage areas. The one on the right is sized to fit some plastic bins that I already own. And the middle area is sized to fit a Blue Eddy EP01 max power bank, which I hope to get here soon. And then this third area is just sort of the leftover space. So that's the setup, and we'll go ahead and get that fabricated and assembled. So here are all the wood panels cut from my CAD model. I'm using 1/2-inch birch, and everything is covered with a clear coat. All of the sleeping surfaces are covered with 1/8-inch thick closed cell foam pad attached with Super 77 spray adhesive. These surfaces are then covered with an outdoor carpet using spray adhesive and staples around the edges. This provides a soft surface for sitting and crawling around on. I wanted the interior to be easy to remove from the van in case I wanted to occasionally use it for hauling cargo. So I built out the interior as 4 modules that attach to the van and to each other. All right, well, the installation went pretty easily. I'm really pleased with the modularity and how fast I was able to install it. It took about 20 minutes to install. And I'm really happy about that, because what that means is I could easily take all this out and have a camper van or a cargo van. So I can easily switch between camping mode and cargo mode. In case I need to haul things around, I can take all this out in about 20 minutes. So really happy with that. And I'm really happy with how it all turned out in the end too. So let me give you a quick tour. So we have the sleeping platform obviously here, and a table and a little cabinet. And like I said, I kept this chair, which slides and swivels. So I'll start with over here. This, again, is my lock box. So it's a steel box bolted to the floor. I can put my camera gear in there when I'm away from the van and have it locked and secured. And here I have another seating area. This is a little bit too tall to sit comfortably, not enough headroom. So I made this seating area here. This part comes off and reverses like this. And then this is about 4 inches lower. And that's a lot more comfortable seating area. Behind it is another cabinet for just a little bit of storage. And then underneath it is a large cabinet, which opens like this. And I've got 2 big plastic bins in here, and there's more space behind those bins for other miscellaneous things above the wheel well. Then there's also a big bin of storage down here, and then there's more storage back in the right aft corner, which is accessible only through the tailgate, and that'll be for more storage. I got this swinging table here. It swings out like this. The arm is a little bit too long right now, so I'm going to look to get a shorter arm, or I could drill another hole here and move the bushing over. But other than that, it's going to be great for 2 people to be able to sit, play games, have dinner, etc. And then there's a storage area in here as well. A little bit of an awkward shape, but fine for big, sleeping bags or miscellaneous items like that. So pretty happy. A few improvements I need to make. One is the shorter arm for the table. The other is deciding exactly what angle I want this this chair at, and then I'll put some pins down here so it'll fix that angle, but still be removable. And then I'm also going to take this foam stripping and basically fill in all the gaps, chink all the gaps around the edges, so that things aren't like falling back down here into places that are really difficult to get to. So those are the main improvements I plan to make. Oh, also I just got some rubber sheet. I'm going to make a plastic, or I'm going to make a customized rubber floor mat that will keep my floor cleaner, because this is Washington. It's wet and muddy, and I'll be tracking in lots of dirt. So yeah, anyway, really happy with how things have come out so far. Also, the next improvements I will be making is I'll be putting on a roof rack and a big awning. I'll have an 8 by 8 foot awning that comes out the side here. I'm going to add a stereo system, because right now it's still got the Japanese radio in there, which only gets one station here in the United States. Luckily, it's a nice jazz news station, so that's great. I'm also going to be making a ventilation system. These windows are a little bit awkward to open. They only open about 1 inch. And so I'm going to be making mosquito net covers for all the doors and windows. And on the windows, they'll include a little like tent fly, so water's not coming through here. But I'm also going to make this ventilation system that will vent air out this little gap here. So I'll be making another video on specifically on that. Because I really want to have a lot of airflow through the van to keep the moisture down, the humidity down, and avoiding that kind of condensation that can lead to mildew and mold. I also have a diesel heater on order, which will be great in the wintertime. Get some nice, dry, warm air in here to keep things dry. Yeah, so other than that, I'm really looking forward to taking this on its first camping trip here in probably about a week or two. I've got a little bit of surgery coming up, so when I'm recovered from that, I'll be going on the first trip. And if you're interested in this layout or something like this, developing something like this, I will put down in the description below a CAD model of this, in case you're interested in using that for developing your own layout. And I'll put a complete material list down there as well. So check that out, and look forward to some future videos on the ventilation, the heating system, the awning installation, and the first camping trip. Thank you for watching.